What's up, guys? It's B Wade. I have 4 NBA props I'm going to walk through with y'all. I am keeping it really selective. I love all 4 of these. There's 2 games with lines up right now. We're looking at the Timberwolves and the Sixers, and then the Hawks and the Knicks. So I have 2 picks from each of those games. I'm going to walk you guys through them and show you why I like them, show you that data and analysis. You can decide if you want to tail, if you want to leave it alone, or if you want to fade. Looking at today, Friday's picks, free picks, we missed one slip, we hit a guy and missed the other 2, and then on our 2-man, we have hit the DeAndre Hunter rebounds, and then we just need one more pick to hit on that. So we're 2-2 on free picks with 1 left. We can still cash and go up on the day for free picks. VIP, we've cashed a couple 2-man slips already today. We have a few slips that are still open and pending. So not a bad day on VIP for props. We are 3-2 right now on game picks. So solid day overall. I am happy with the outcome. Seems like we're turning things around. We should be profitable if you guys were tailing all of these picks. And as always, there's 2 ways that you guys can get into VIP if you're interested. You can either use code NBA, get 80% off, pay less than $10 for a week of picks, or you can go ahead and sign up on one of the apps I tell you about in this video, one of the apps down below in the description. Use my code, deposit whatever you want, as little as $5. You take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram, and I will hook you up with that free week of VIP, guys. I like to think I'm consistent. I try to be as transparent as possible, and I try to really give you guys the reasoning and the data behind these picks so that you can kind of understand my thought process and how I pick. I am also giving away a signed Paolo Banchero jersey on this channel. It'll be the 6th autographed jersey I give away, and I'll tell you guys more about that later in the video and how you can be entered. But let's start getting into these picks. So I'm starting with Dyson Daniels' first quarter rebounds line. He's hit this in 2/3 of his last 30 games. He's hit it in 6 out of the last 7 games. I like his rebounds line, but his first quarter rebounds is even sharper. His rebounds line, he's hit that in 9 out of the last 10, so that's not a bad choice. When we look head to head, he's hit it in 1 out of 4 games against them, which I don't love. When we look at the first quarter rebounds, he's hit this in 3 out of 4 games against them. And again, he's hitting it in 2/3 of his games. Now, when we look at the one game he missed it against them head to head, it's because he only played 5 minutes, and I can't see all of the data, but when we look, he ended up fouling out of that game. So I'm assuming that he ended up getting into foul trouble early in that first quarter and only playing 5 minutes, because like when we look at his minutes, let me get back to the first quarter. His first quarter minutes throughout the season consistently in like that 8 to 9 minute range. There were 2 games where he played under, right? 5.3 minutes there and 5.4 minutes here. And this is one of the games where he missed that first quarter rebounds line. So I'm assuming the only game that he missed that first quarter rebound line against the Knicks was because he got into foul trouble. Other than that, he hit it in the other 3 games against them. He's hitting it in 2/3 of games overall, and he's hit it in 6 out of his last 7. So I really like this pick. And then I am pairing that up with OG Anunoby over 4.5 rebounds. He's hit this in 11 out of the last 14 games. Better than 75% hit rate over those last 14. And this isn't super useful because it's just all OG Anunoby and then one Keldon Johnson. But you can see he's hit it in every game against the Hawks so far this year, and it hasn't even been a sweat. 6 and then 9 rebounds in the last matchup against them. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 3x for this. I put it in on Underdog. Underdog's one of my favorite fantasy apps. They get lines up early, have tons of props to pick from. You have the choice of toggling lines up and down to really tailor your entry and be strategic about it, and then tons of promos all the time. They give us different profit boosts, discounted picks, some free picks here and there. And then one of the best sign-up bonuses where they are going to give you a deposit match up to $1,000 when you use code BWADE. So whatever you deposit, they're going to match it up to $1,000, and they will give you a free pick when you use code BWADE. So check that out. Take advantage of it, guys. That is free money. And Underdog is really a fantasy app that you should have in your arsenal. If nothing else, to take advantage of promos and be able to line shop and take advantage of that sign-up bonus. When you do sign up, take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram, and I will hook you up with that free week of VIP. You'll get all my picks for the next week. You can tail with us. Looking at the signed Paolo Banchero jersey. Like I said, 6th autographed jersey we are giving away, guys. It's my way to say thank you. You know, I enjoy doing this. I appreciate this community we built. And I've previously given away a Ray Lewis autographed jersey, Jamar Chase autographed jersey, and then since 2025 has started, we've given away 3 signed SGA jerseys. So I'm excited for this Paolo jersey. He's one of my favorite young players in the game, so I wanted to pick this up to give out to you guys. And all you have to do to be entered is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and drop a comment. That's it. Really simple, and I'm excited to be able to give that out to y'all. So make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Let's get into these last 2 picks. I'm taking Rudy Gobert over 12.5 points. And guys, he was out for just about a month, and he came back here March 9th. Took him a little while to get back into the swing of things, and he's now cleared this in 6 straight games where it's just a clear increase in usage and points. And really, this is just the dream matchup for Gobert. There is no size on this Sixers team that is going to be able to defend him. You look at where the Sixers are worst at defending, it is right in the restricted area. They give up the 2nd most points in the NBA in the restricted area, and that is where Gobert scores 95% of his points. Like, that is just a match made in heaven right there. And you look at how he scores, right? Put back, Sixers are 6th worst. Pick and roll man, Sixers are 3rd worst. This is a dream matchup for Gobert. This line I expect to bump before tip-off. So grab this one as soon as you can, because this is, in my opinion, this is a lock. And then I'm pairing that up with Quentin Grimes. His line has come down a couple. It was getting up to like 25.5, which for me was too high. But it's back down to 22.5, and he's hit this in 10 out of the last 12 games, right? 10 out of 12. He hit it against Minnesota the last time they played about a month ago. He dropped 30 on them, and this is just a numbers play. He continues to hit it. Similar players are hitting their points line 60% of the time against them. They're the 8th worst team at defending the pick and roll ball handler. So I feel good about this, Quentin Grimes. And the thing is whether the Sixers are losing, it's competitive. Whether they're winning, which doesn't happen, like, it doesn't matter. The Sixers have to keep playing their guys because they don't have any stars to sit out and like protect. They just keep playing Quentin Grimes. He's gonna get the minutes. He's gonna get the usage no matter what. Like, he continues to get mid to high 30s. Like, he played 38 minutes last game, 36 minutes the game before that, 30, 33. So, and you look at his shots, 16, 18, 14, getting free throws, hitting 3-pointers. Like, I'm locking in Quentin Grimes. I feel good about him continuing to score. He's gone for this in 10 out of the last 12. Partnering that up with Rudy Gobert over 12.5. And you'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting just about 3x for this on Sleeper. Sleeper, again, has become one of my favorite fantasy apps. They put up their lines really early. Tons of props to play, and it's a really cool user interface. They make it really easy to use. Tons of promos, anywhere from 7 to 10 promos every day, a couple profit boosts, a couple discounted picks, and one of, in my opinion, the best sign-up bonus, especially if you don't want to deposit much. When you use code BWADE, all you have to do is deposit $5, and that triggers them giving you $55 in free bets. It doesn't matter what you deposit, so you can deposit $200, you're still going to get $55 in free bets, but you can deposit just $5 and you get that $55 in free bets. So, coupled with my free VIP package where you sign up, you put $5 in Sleeper, use code BWADE, you're going to get $55 in free bets and a free week of VIP. It's a win-win, guys. Sign up on Sleeper, take advantage of that and all the promos they're going to give you. Take that screenshot, send it to me on Instagram. And then, look, if you guys already have these apps, there's other apps down below in the description you can sign up on to get that free week of VIP. Or you can always just use code NBA, get 80% off. It'll cost you less than $10 for a week of picks. And We're about to crush it this weekend with the Final Four, and all next week. We are getting into the swing of things with MLB, and we are starting to hit these game picks at a consistent rate. So, guys, check that out. And I actually just put up a video explaining how Player Profit works. It's a really cool tool where you can get funded basically to play with a bankroll that somebody else supplies you with, right? So you pay $30, $100, whatever you want to pay to get a certain size bankroll, $5,000, $10,000, and you get to play with that money. It's not yours. It's someone else gives you the money to play with, and you get to keep 70% of what you earn using it. So check that video out, or just go to Player Profit and check the website out. There's a link for it down below in my description. You will get 10% off whatever package you decide to buy when you use code BWADE. But I made over $23,000 in March using playerprofit.com. You make $5,000 bets, and when it hits, you end up with, right, you win $5,000, you get 70% of that. That's $3,500 without having to risk any of your own money. So it's a really easy way to get away from these huge parlays where you're trying to hit 6-7 leg parlays to win like $1,000, and you can just place a single bet for a couple $1,000s of money that isn't even yours, and when it hits, you get to keep 70% of the winnings. Player Profit has changed the game, and it is now available to the public. It used to be just for professional bettors. Check it out. Again, there's a link down below in the description, and code BWADE will get you 10% off any package. Appreciate you guys. Let's make some money this weekend.